Good morning, Miss Bosman. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing great. Would you please introduce yourself?
Yes, sure. My name is Miss Bosman. I'm currently teaching English in Cantaura. I studied English in the United States and hold a credential, bilingual credential for English and a master's degree also in bilingual education. I also hold a degree on chemical engineering.
Okay. Uh, would you like to share your thoughts about the common mistakes learners do, English learners do?
Yes, there are some, and the most common ones are translation. As you talk to them in English, they tend to translate in their heads what you're saying and translate what they're going to answer. And there is a pause in there, and it takes about 6 months to a year until the student answers you right away, and they process the new information or the information in English, they process it in their heads and they answer right away.
Yes, I agree with what you're saying because it happened to me when I started to learn English. I always wanted to translate everything to understand.
Yeah. Another common mistake is the endings and words that usually we don't use in Spanish. Like, for instance, the EDs at the end of a verb, the SH, the CH, um, beginnings and endings of words. We tend to omit it. We don't say it.
Yes. Well, as a student, I can say you're right because always when I I see that when we are reading and we read, for instance, a verb in past, we said, "Oh, this is worked," because we read like in Spanish, so it's worked, and it always happens.
Yes. Another common mistake is the syntax, like in writing. The students tend to also to translate, and we should remember that adjectives in English are used before the noun, and in Spanish we use it after. So it will take some time to get used to it.
Yeah, I think that to improve our writing, we must read a lot because I know writing isn't easy because we try to write in English the same way we write in Spanish, and it is a shock. Okay.
Yes. Another common mistake is the fluency and the intonation. The fluency, the students tend to worry too much about how they pronounce the words, and they don't leave some room for comprehension. So it will take some automatic, how do you say, to be automatic. There will be a time when they automatically will read without thinking if they make a mistake or not, and they understand what they're saying. I think it's called automatization. I think it's called that.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to, when we are talking, we used to think too much, to don't make mistakes, and we are like in a standby because we don't know what to say. Maybe we know what to say, but know the right pronunciation, and that's what
Yes.
happened with fluency.
Yes. Another common mistake is the intonation. At the beginning, the English learners tend to read or speak in a flat manner. So it takes some time to give intonation to the words or to the sentence so that it doesn't sound that flat. Like it will give you more expression to what you're saying.
Yeah. Sometimes the intonation is a mistake because we don't understand what we are reading, or we don't give the correct intonation because we haven't listened to that before. And I agree entirely with you because it is a big mistake, and people sometimes don't understand us because we're giving the right intonation. Like in questions, we said the question like what in a what
Yeah.
intonation, and people said what.
Yes. Yes, you have to make sure you make a difference between a statement and a question or an exclamation. Another point that is very hard for students is to get the sarcasm of a new language. Idioms are difficult and jokes. It's very common that at the beginning when you're learning a language that somebody can insult you with a smile and you don't know what's going on. So that's common.
Yes, it is common. Well, I've been studying English for like 1 year and a half, 2 years, and right now I can get a job. Sarcasm is not that easy. Okay. And could you please give me an advice on how to improve my fluency?
Yes, there are different ways. One of them is reading, and you can read faster and faster as you repeat. So you take short paragraphs and concentrate on that paragraph. Read it several times until you get the right pronunciation and the right intonation. You can also use tools like this. You can cover the part that you want to read fast, and as you read, you go faster and faster down until you read it faster, and then you get good fluency. It will take time and practice.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Bosman, for your help.